What is good, YouTube? Today we are bringing you my first ever deck profile on YouTube, at least on my own channel. So we're going to be doing Zoodiac Eldlich again. If you see my first one over on my brother's channel, 72 Degrees, you'll see like it's pretty much still the basic strategy. I've just changed some things around with like certain things not being in there anymore, some things being added just for consistency's sake, or like just different changes in the meta specifically. This meta's definitely slowed down to a lot more of like a mid-range slash control meta. So you'll just see that with the deck profile. Okay, off to the main deck. For the Zoodiac core, I mean, we're still just running the standard 2 RAM. I do have the super rares finally coming in the mail. Finally ordered them. So next deck profile will probably have these in the mail, or these in super rare. And then 2 with 2. Still like this ratio. Then the 1 bunny and the 1 thoroughblade. Most people run 6 Zoodiacs. I run 5, or other way around. Most people run 5 and I run 6. And the reasoning for that is with Tanky and Barrage it makes 10. So the odds of you seeing 1 or 2 of these in your hand just increases the likelihood of you being able to make Dryden, or at least being able to make a play. Because all you need is like 2 of your Eldlich pieces, like traps, like Sanguine or Conquistador or Huequero, to start really popping off. And then 2 of the Golden Boy. I'm not ever going to change this ratio. I think it's just perfect. And then for the hand traps, obviously we're still running the 3 Girly Girl, the 3 best hand trap of the entire format. Has been for pretty much forever, will be until, you know, it gets banned eventually. I think Ash is just way too good. And then 3 Ghost Spell. I still like running this. I think this is just really, really, really good against Drytrons or any other graveyard reliant strategy. Very, very nice. And this deck already beats Drytrons anyway. And then for the last 2 hand traps, I've now added into Lancia because it's just a blowout versus almost anything. Ghost Spell and Ash can both stop Sanguine, so in the mirror, like, you have 6 hand traps to deal with that. And then also like the banishing effect, like every hand trap hits the mirror, so you don't need to run stuff like Book of Moon anymore, which is very, very nice. Just being able to stop Eldlich, man. Eldlich is just very, very good in this format. Right, that's it for the monsters. 16 in total with the hand traps. And then for the spells, obviously, are running the best card in the entire game right now. It just does everything that you need it to. There's just no explanation needed for that card. And then the 1 of, and then the 3 Rhoda, just very, very good. 10 Zeus. And then this is actually now searchable in the deck. I can show you that a little bit later. We'll probably show that in the next video. And then I still run the 1 Black Awakening. I just like to have 4 ways to be able to summon Eldlich the Golden Lord, because you need it live in order to get your added effects off of Conquistador or Huequero. So very, very nice. And then 2 Cosmic Cyclone. I cut this down by 1. I just think it's way better in here at 2, because if you see it once, great. If you don't see it, not a really big deal. And then for the brand new card I added in here, I've actually been testing out Foolish Burial Goods at a numerous different ratio. I had it at 3, cut it down to 2, cut it down to 1. I think it's absolutely perfect at 1. I can show you why in a little bit. And then also we're running the 1 Upstart Goblin, so 39 cards to make this deck even more consistent. And the reason why you run this is because, you know, you're still maximizing yourself on these ratios. But what this does is pretty much gives you 4 of any of these. Because, you know, this, the one that you already have in your hand, send it to grave, banish it, grab the Eldlich, grab this, or what you can also do is grab this as well. So use it, summon the Golden Lord, and then next turn you can banish it. Kind of like Sanguine. Just gives you 5 Sanguine, 4 Conquistador, and 4 Aquero. So very, very good. You only ever need to resolve one of these a game, so that's why I've only have it at 1, because if you see it, awesome. If not, it's not that big of a deal. But this card, very, very sneaky in this deck and very, very underrated. Definitely think more people should be running this card. And then for the last cards, we're just running 3 Dynamishkus. I chose this over Torrential Tribute because I'm getting into a problem where if I can't out the Vanity's Ruler or Winda, I'm very limited in what I'm able to actually do. So I just think Dynamishkus is just very, very good in this meta. It hits everything else that you need to hit that your deck doesn't normally already do. And it banishes the target too, so very nice. And that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, the Zoodiac portion probably won't change unless they give us back Broad Bull. And then 15 dry OTS 15 Dryden Konami, please. Like, I don't know how many times I have to say that. Like, I'm really upset this isn't an ulti yet in English. Then the 2 Divine Arsenal Azus. This engine will not ever change. So you're gonna have a 10 card engine devoted to Zoodiac every time you play it. So the 5 other cards is like kind of up to you. I like Drill Driver. Sometimes it's just nicer to make than just like making Dryden because it gives you like an added recovery play, especially if you have Ram Engrave and you have Bunny Blast, because then you can summon back Ram destroyed, summon back Bunny destroyed, add back a card. Just like, it just lets you keep going more than just what your traps let you do. So I run that over. I took out the Constellar Pleiades. It didn't come up often enough for me to really warrant running it. And then this has definitely changed when the 1 Link Spider, no longer Firefighting Dromedal. I'll finally own this card. The Nightmare Unicorn because I don't like to run Phoenix, and then Megaclops because this card just absolutely wins games. Completely just sneaks up on you. Side note, never, ever, ever make Dino Wrestler Pankratops against this deck. You will automatically lose. I play against a lot of dinosaur players, and I kind of just like make sure that going game 1, like they always have a deck card against me because I have Asa. And then for the extra deck, or not the extra deck, the side deck, kind of like what I still choose to run and everything. My phone's dying a little bit. 3 Nibiru. Still need that other ulti. I'm going to get it soon, though. I wanted to pick up Tsuchinoko instead, so yeah, don't own Nibiru. The 3rd one, at least. And then the 2 Alpha, I cut Dino Wrestler because, again, if a deck summons it against me, I can just steal it against them. And this card is just better in general because it's non-targeting removal of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So you have this to deal with it, and then this to deal with it, and then you know the combo to be able to keep adding these back to hands. So I explained that on Connor's channel. You just summon a Kaiju over what you need to, summon your Alpha, and then bounce both back to hand. Keep doing that every turn. Very, very, very good. I don't think those 8 will change either. Illustrated Goon got banned. And then 3 Mistaken Arrest. This card's very good against Rytron. This card's very good against really any deck. Dogmaticas as well. So very nice. And then take these out of the main. They're still on the side, that Torrential Tribute. Especially because like no one really ever sees this coming. And if like you're facing against a deck that isn't banishing, like the Lancers are really easy to side out if they're not special summoning from grave or adding cards from grave. You just take out the ghost spell, add these in, and then against super spell reliant decks, just crush them with an Imperial Order. I've seen a lot of people, and what I might actually end up doing is just cutting the Nibiru for a different Floodgate, like Anti-Spell Fragrance, because you don't lose against the deck that just summons a million times. Especially with like something like this, or like, all your other interruptions that you're awarded playing this deck. So if there's going to be really any change I would have, it would be these 3 cards. So take that as you will. You can run needle sealing. You can run a bunch of stuff. I just think anti-swirl fragrance is very good in this particular meta. So take that as you will. I just run these because it's just the most generic support against everything. If you're going against rockets, you know, Nibiru pretty much is very, very, very good. If you're going against Adamantimators, which really aren't in the meta anymore, or like any like OTK based strategy, Nibiru is just awesome, which is kind of like the only reason why it still remains in here. But even something like Needle Sealing or Torrential Tribute also does the exact same effect of Nibiru. It just leaves them with a token on their field. Alrighty, and that is it for the deck profile. We will be doing more combo videos in a very, very short bit. Probably actually end up tomorrow. I'm going to be uploading it along with this video. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.